August 14, 2020. Bayern Munich 8, Barcelona 2. Robert Lewandowski, 1 goal, 1 assist, the man who destroyed them. 2 years later, he became one of them. And what happened next changed Barcelona forever. Let's start right here, right now, because this is the thing that makes everything else even more remarkable. Robert Lewandowski is 37 years old, and in the 2025-26 season, he has played 44 games, scored 18 goals, and provided 2 assists for FC Barcelona. In La Liga alone, 13 goals in 29 appearances. In the Champions League, 4 goals in 11 matches. Barcelona have won La Liga this season and the Spanish Super Cup, with a 37-year-old leading their attack. Think about what 37 means for a footballer. Most strikers at that age are finishing their careers at a mid-table club, managing their minutes, keeping fit enough just to show up. The idea of a 37-year-old being the most important attacking player at FC Barcelona, one of the biggest, most demanding clubs on the planet, should be impossible. It is not impossible because of who this man is. In November 2025, he scored the first ever goal at the newly rebuilt Spotify Camp Nou against Athletic Bilbao inside 4 minutes. First touch at a historic new stadium, his. In March 2026, during Barcelona's 7-2 demolition of Newcastle in the Champions League, he scored twice and broke the all-time record for goals against the most different opponents in Champions League history. 41 different clubs, a record that previously belonged to Lionel Messi at 37, breaking Messi's records. There is no explanation for this that doesn't start with the word obsession. Robert Lewandowski is obsessed with being the best version of himself, not just at 25 or 30, but every single year for as long as he plays football. And Barcelona are the beneficiaries of that obsession right now. Now let's walk through what he has actually built season by season, because the full picture only hits you when you see it all together. Year 1, 2022-23. He hits the ground without a single step wasted. Match day 2, a double against Real Sociedad. From that moment, the goals never stop. 33 goals in 46 games across all competitions. 23 goals in 34 La Liga appearances. He wins the Pichichi Trophy, La Liga's Golden Boot, with a 5-goal lead over the second place. He becomes the first player across any of Europe's top 5 leagues to win a top scorer award in 6 consecutive seasons across different leagues. And Barcelona win La Liga, their first title in 4 years. The drought that had defined their lost years, over in Lewandowski's first season. Year 2, 2023-24. 7 goals in the first 7 games. Then a knock in October disrupts everything. The Spanish press circle. At 35, they say the decline has arrived. He finishes with 26 goals in all competitions. Decent by any normal standard. Below his standard. Barcelona don't win the league, but he comes back in pre-season 2024 sharper than anyone expected. Leaner, hungrier, almost angry. And then Hansi Flick arrives. Year 3, 2024-25. Hansi Flick, the man who built the Bayern Munich system around Lewandowski between 2019 and 2021. The seasons where he scored 55 goals in 47 games. 2 people who understand each other completely. One more chapter together. 42 goals in all competitions. Age 36. 27 in La Liga. 13 in the Champions League alone. A goal in the Spanish Super Cup final against Real Madrid. Clinical, decisive, relentless. Barcelona win the domestic treble, La Liga, Copa del Rey, Spanish Super Cup. They reach the Champions League semi-finals. By spring 2025, he has scored his 100th goal for Barcelona. A brace away at Athletic Club in San Mamés. 100 goals in 3 seasons. Joan Laporta stands up in front of cameras and says he helped Barcelona rebuild after Messi's departure. Year 4, 2025-26. 18 goals and 2 assists at 37. La Liga title number 3. Super Cup title. 3 La Liga titles in 4 seasons. That sentence alone should end every conversation about his impact at this club. Now here is the part of this story that gives all those numbers their true weight. Look at what Barcelona actually were when Lewandowski arrived in the summer of 2022. 3 years without a La Liga title, a squad carrying enormous talent in pockets. Pedri, Gavi, Dembele, but no identity, no direction, and no one to lead the attack. The club was drowning in financial debt so serious they had to create new financial mechanisms just to register players. They had lost Messi the previous summer, not because they wanted to, but because they simply couldn't afford to keep him. The emotional and structural wound of that departure was still wide open. And the attack, a genuine mess. Memphis Depay was inconsistent. Aubameyang had provided a brief winter spark, but no lasting solution. Xavi had taken over as manager in November 2021 and was slowly building something. But the number 9 position was the glaring, obvious, unfixable problem. Barcelona needed a centre forward, not a project, not a gamble. A world-class, proven, ready-now striker who could walk in and immediately carry the weight of an entire club's expectations. What they got was a 34-year-old who the football world said was a risk. What they actually got was the answer to every problem they had. Because Lewandowski didn't just fill the striker position. He gave the whole team a reference point. Pedri and Gavi suddenly had somewhere to aim. Dembele had a target to combine with. Xavi had a centre-forward he could actually build tactics around. The attack that had been fragmented and directionless for 2 years suddenly had a spine. And within 12 months, La Liga title. Pichichi Trophy, the rebuild complete. He didn't arrive at Barcelona on easy street. He arrived at a broken club in a broken moment, and he fixed it from the front. So what does all of this add up to? 100 goals, 3 La Liga titles in 4 seasons, a domestic treble, a Champions League record, the first goal at a new Camp Nou, a Pichichi Trophy, a club rebuilt from financial chaos and identity crisis into a dominant force in Spanish and European football. But the legend is not just built on what he won. It is built on how he won it. He won it at an age when nobody believed he could. He won it in a city and a league that was new to him at 34. He won it at a club that was broken when he arrived and expected him to fix it immediately. He won it by setting a standard in training and preparation that an entire generation of Barcelona players, Yamal, Rafinha, Pedri, Gavi, have had to match. By pressing at the 80-minute when nobody would blame him for slowing down. By holding the ball under elite defenders when the team needed breathing room. By scoring in the finals and the Clásicos and the moments that define careers. Legends at Barcelona are built over years of consistency in exactly these moments. And Lewandowski has delivered them, season after season, in a way that no one predicted when he first walked through the door. Patrick Kluivert is a Barcelona legend. Samuel Eto'o is a Barcelona legend. Luis Suarez is a Barcelona legend. Robert Lewandowski is a Barcelona legend. Where does Robert Lewandowski rank in Barcelona's history for you? Drop it in the comments. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. Also, turn on the bell notification so you never miss out on new content. See you in the next one.